Good morning, everybody. I'm Coach Nick from HonorBound Fitness and HonorBound Racing with today's workout. So if you're looking for a great strength workout that you can get in your backyard, I'm going to show it to you right here in my backyard, but you can obviously do this in your living room as well. I'm just going to show you how the workout works. I'm going to show you each one of the moves real quick, and then love to hear how it goes for you if you tackle this one. So for today's workout, we're going to do a full body, a little bit of a muscle endurance one. So there's a much higher rep count on this one. Here's how it works. There are 2 rounds. For round 1, you're gonna do a squats, push-ups, and sit-ups. Now here's how the levels work on this depending on where you are in your fitness journey. Level 1, you would do 10 of each one of those. Level 2, you would do 15 of each one of those. And level 3, you would do 20 of each one of those. And then we're gonna do that for 5 sets. So, example, let's say if I was doing level 1, I would do 10, 10, 10, that'd be 1 set. 10, 10, 10, 2 sets, and I would do that 5 times. So level 1, you're gonna end up with 50 total reps of each, and for round 3 or for level 3, you'd end up with 100 of each one. So again, it's totally up to you. You take a break wherever you need those in those, so you don't have to get them unbroken. You want to grow towards that, but you may not be there yet. And then once you're done with that, grab a drink of water, and then for round 2, same exact thing. There are 3 moves, so we have a lower body, an upper body, and a core move, and you would just do that same thing, 10, 15, or 20 reps of each one. I'm going to break down each one of those moves for you now quickly. So for round 1, and again, make sure you have warmed up and you're good and warmed up, stretching guys, so you've gone through our warm up and you're ready to go. We're gonna do 10, 15, or 20 squats. So if you have it and you need to, you could grab a chair to use that for support. Otherwise, we'll keep our head and chest up. Our feet should be about shoulder width apart. And then as we go down, we're just gonna bring those heads up. Because our goal would be to get down to parallel here. So again, squat down, come back up. If you're a little more flexible, you might come all the way to the bottom. Go for that. But again, 10, 15, or 20 reps, depending on what your level's at. Once you're done with those squats, then we're gonna do push-ups. Same thing, depending on what level you're at, you can do this on your knees or up on our toes, or even if you need to, you could use a counter or a chair to kind of bring you up a little bit more. So, hands are a little wider shoulder width and basically straight down from the shoulders. Nice straight line from our shoulders to our knees, and then the elbows are gonna go back at about a 45-degree angle. So we wanna just make sure those elbows don't stay up. So just turning those hands out, elbows go back, down, back up, or same thing if I'm doing that at that level 2, elbows back. What you're gonna find as you start getting tired is those elbows are gonna start coming up here. I wanna make sure we always keep those elbows tucked back. And again, you can do 10, 15, or 20. If you get 5, you shake it out, do another 5, whatever you need to do to get those in. And then our last one, sit-ups. Depending where you are in your journey, again, remember if you're in the house and you wanna put your toes underneath the couch, that will help if you're not quite there yet in your journey. But level 1, we're gonna crunch. We're not gonna pull on our head. We're just gonna lift the shoulder blades off the ground, squeeze the abs, and come back down. So it's at this pace. It's not, how many can I get? Nice and controlled. Or level 2, I'll come up, tap, and back down again for those 10, 15, or 20 reps. Once I got my reps in, so let's say I was doing level 1, I did 10 of each. That would be 1 round. Get back up, start with the squats again if I need a quick water break, and then I'd start over. And I do that for 5 rounds. Then, for the second half of the workout, we would switch up to fire hydrants. And this one, a little bit different because you have to do each leg. So again, if you're doing 10, it would be 10 and 10 or 15 and 15. We're on all 4s, shoulder right over our wrist, knees right underneath our hip. For level 1, your knee would stay bent like that and you'd lift straight out. So the goal would be that your knee and hip would stay in that straight line, and we were trying not to bend the opposite elbow so we don't kind of end up here. Just, you're gonna do 10 on that side and then 10 on that side. Or level 2, same thing with that leg straight out. So again, ideally straight from the hip. You're gonna find it may go back a little bit. We just don't want it back here. So right here, and again, without bending the elbow, and do that those 10 or 15 or 20 times, and then switch to the other side. Once we have those fire hydrants in, we're gonna hit the triceps. Now these are technically 2 slightly different moves, but depending on where you are in your journey. For level 1, you're gonna do an up-down or a high-low plank. You're gonna start either kneeling or on your toes. You're gonna go down to your elbows and back up. If you could do that on the right, then on the next one, do it on the left side. So every time you're down and up, so every time you get back up, that would be a rep. So again, 10, 15, or 20. Or level 2, you could again do this on your knees or your toes, depending on where you are in your journey. I'm not at a place in my journey yet where I can do this on my toes. So on the knees, you're gonna take your hands out in front of you just a little bit. So unlike your traditional plank, the hands are in front of the shoulders, and then when you drop down to your elbows at the same time, your elbows should end right underneath your shoulders, and then push back up. So just touch the elbows, lift the elbows, and again, the focus here is on the triceps. What we're going to try to do is not have our body twist if we do that. If it does, it'll just let you know that one side is stronger than the other side. We'll need to work on that for that balance. Then, once I'm done with those, my last one, the core, will be a dead bug. So you're right here. You're gonna take the opposite hand and leg, bring it out, come back, and then the other hand and leg will go. That's 2. So it comes over the top, comes out from underneath, reach, 3, 4, and again, the biggest key in that is your back needs to stay on the floor. It should not come up, and we don't want to puff up our rib cage. So that we get the abs are working by keeping that core tight while the arm and legs extend out across our body. Once you're done with that, just make sure again you stretch everything out to cool down safely and have a super fantastic day. I'm Coach Nick with HonorBound Fitness, and I can't wait to see you on the gym floor.